vibe.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's about life. It's about life. It's your boy Shane, aka Black Duplicate. You already know what it is. This is Health Day, Health Day, Health Day. And we're going to talk about my health and a couple other opinions from other people around TikTok, as we normally do some little reactionary videos so y'all can give your insight on what y'all think. Right, but first we're gonna start off with me and my no water forever fast, right? Because it's gonna lead into some of the other content that's gonna be popping up, right? So as y'all know, the time of this recording, I am 39 days in. When you watch the video, it will be 40 days, and you can go over to some of my other social media platforms, preferably TikTok or Instagram or even Facebook if you like, and get some updates on the 40 days and 40 nights, right? I also will be featured on the No Box podcast as well to talk about lifestyle changes and diets and discipline and all types of stuff like that. His podcast, which is Box Cutter Bill, he's always been featured on my podcast. He finally dropped his own. Well, he dropped it maybe about a month or so ago. And his work is phenomenal. I love his podcast. That's all based upon recovery and ways to strengthen your mind and body and basically spirit as well. So you can go check that out. It's across all the links on all my stuff, and you know he's on my podcast too, so you can go look at his stuff as well. But either way, I will put it in the bio of this video as well. I've been meaning to do that in a couple other videos, but I will be doing it in this one. So look out for that. But let's get into the content. So like I said, I'm 39 days in. The benefits have been phenomenal. Weight has been great. The most recent thing now is just a mucus. It seems to be like a booger mucus type thing that's coming out in a lot. It's coming out a lot of it, real hard and thick stuff, right? So it's really been helping my breathing. I've been able to breathe 10 times better. My clarity is incredible. Let me see. My energy levels are phenomenal. Sex drive is incredible. And the list goes on, man. The list goes on. You can go track all that stuff on TikTok. On my TikTok, I have all that. Basically, I don't have all of it, but I have a majority of it. Most of the benefit stuff that's coming up. Facebook has a majority of it. So that's where I originally started the tracking process on the No Water Forever Fast. But I'm fueling myself off H3O2, which is basically a liquid source from fruits. You know, people throwing around this water thing, but honestly, like, what is water? You know, the only real water is what comes from the earth, right? Ocean, you know, rivers and all that stuff. I think all that stuff kind of technically somewhat comes from the ocean anyway, probably deep beneath us or whatever. Fresh water springs, as they say. But that's a whole nother subject. I don't think it's the same. I don't think the water that they're giving us is the exact same that comes from the earth. You know, because what comes from the earth is full of massive amount of minerals. You know, like the ocean has like massive minerals in their water source. Like the mountains and the caverns, some things are full of minerals from the rock and the ground and the earth. Massive amount of minerals. But the liquid source that they're giving you, the water that they created, I think in like, I don't know, 1870 or some weird shit, 1811 or something. You can go look all that up yourself. Dior, of course, Dior, do your own research. You know, that water is not really full of anything. It's just seems to be a blank source. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? You got to find this stuff out yourself. You got to dive into the microscopes and look into the particles and all that shit, molecules and all that shit yourself. I ain't here to convince you about anything. You do what you want to do, right? You do what you want to do. But to me, I'm not going to waste my time on filling myself up with a blank source of liquid that isn't really benefiting me, only hydrating me. I can get that same hydration from water, from fruits, watermelon, water-based fruits, watermelon, cucumber, pineapple, pomegranate, jackfruit, like this. The list goes on. Dragon fruit. There's so many oranges, like grapes. They are going on forever. A whole bunch of water-based fruits that are built to hydrate you. You know what I'm saying? They're built for that. So let's get into it though. Let's get into some content that's gonna lead us into the same thing. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna open this up right here. Now I'm over here now. I'm not the only one doing this, right? There's people all across the globe doing what I'm doing. I'm not the first one. You know what I mean? I'm not the first one. Don't ever think of me like this guy over here that you're gonna see over here. The title states he has not had water in 42 years. I'm 39 days. He's 42 years. But let's hear what he has to say, right? And a couple other people, right?
Water, as we know it, is an essential part of everyone's life.
Yes.
So when a culinary innovator made it known that he hasn't had water in 42 years, of course we have some questions. And here with us this morning is internationally acclaimed culinary innovator, health and wellness influencer. My good friend, he's been on Smile a couple of times. Last time I saw him, he was on Yammings. He's in Panama. His name is Dr. Aris Latham.
Doctor.
He's here to educate us on how to help use food to heal our bodies and stay healthy.
Yes.
Good to see you, my friend. Welcome again to Smile Jamaica. I hope all is well.
Yes, thank you, my friend. Yes, give thanks.
It's interesting because I don't usually do things similar to people bright like you, but I don't drink water either. But I suspect
he don't either.
It's because I don't like the taste. It's not because of the reasons that you do it. But why don't you drink water?
Well, my body has a limited capacity of what I can put into it. So I want to put maximum value. Water is empty. As we know it, the water that we're talking about, and everybody talks about, is empty, it's blank, and it hydrates. That's good. But my water needs to do a whole lot more than that. So I reach for higher heights.
I feel the same way. That's why I'm bringing him on. I love his ideas.
This is my water source right here. Coconut water. Living water, straight from life, straight from nature. So this water has more electrolytes than anything else on the planet. It hydrates, it has potassium, it has loads of minerals. Of course, it has 10% sugar, all the sugar my body needs. Mm-hmm. So I use it in the morning. This is the first thing. My inner shower with coconut water. Take a little noni juice, or, it's up in soursop, and that's it. But I do drink water, but it has to come from a plant source. Not from the bottle.
It's interesting because I feel like I'm a food
plant source, not the bottle.
I drink coconut water every morning. Last time I saw you, you put lime in the coconut water. Why?
I got some big lemon known for it right now, lemon, and I have some kumquats, any kind of citrus. It's like, these are sunshine. These are little balls of sunshine. So yeah,
sunshine.
Lime is really my favorite. We have some little small key lime here in Panama, but they don't touch the spot.
But why? What does the lime do for the coconut water, and what do the two of them do for your body?
Well, actually, what the lime does, it balances the sugar in the coconut water. Even though it's only 10%, it gives you that balance of sweet and sour. We want to get harmony all the time. But the lime, I use it in the morning as my inner body soap. So it come in and it move thing out. Because see, while I'm sleeping at night for 8 hours, I'm fasting. So the first thing in the morning now, my body is eliminated. So of course I want to take the inner shower. Many people focus on the external shower and they don't even realize the inner shower is more critical.
Facts.
And coconut water is my shower water. The lime is my inner body soap. And some people have tried their best to do that inner shower, but them do it with coffee and them kind of thing. Can you imagine if your outer shower
blank substance
coming from the shower head, if you come out like something looking like coffee, you don't want to take a shower with that, but yet you're going to put it inside of your body.
Facts.
But, let's go back to the old time tradition. Grandma used to drink that coconut water, wash your heart out, please.
Wash your heart out.
Put a little cerci in there. You just take the cerci and just grind it in a hand with a little water and squeeze the cerci juice to drink it. So that's how I grew up. So I'm still maintaining the culture, maintaining the tradition, and being obedient to grandma.
Obedient to grandma. You see, it seems his lifestyle has been somewhat passed on through generation. That's something that we've lost over where I'm at, is that generational, traditional lifestyle when it comes to health. So I'm forced to create my own, as you see. That's what I do. That's why I've tried so many different diets. I'm trying to find what works best for me and my family. Because my family shares the same genetics as me. My children share my genetics. So I must find what works best for me, which in turn will work best for them. Of course, they'll have to, tweak a couple little areas to make it a little bit more adjusted, a little bit more better for them. But I want to give them a foundation on health. You understand what I'm saying? A health foundational lifestyle to start their lives with. So they're not starting in chaos and unharmony and they don't know what the hell's going on. At least they'll start with something that's more sufficient and more beneficial to their bodies. You get what I'm saying? But I love his concepts. I love his ideas. It's fantastic. But honestly, most of the people that aren't drinking water are living off fruits, or they're not drinking anything at all. Now that's a whole nother subject. There's like 2-3 guys that are trending all over the internet that these guys haven't eaten for like years, or drunk anything for years. They claim to eat sunlight, right? But that's a whole nother subject. I would love to eventually get onto that. If I could transform my body into that, that would be fantastic. That is something that I do inevitably want to try, but that's a whole nother level in life. So I'm a lot older and maybe have less responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep going here. We got the news right here popping out. I don't know how old this video is, so if anybody does, post it in the bottom. It's not like, don't take everything I'm showing and saying as, oh my God, this is life. Just do your own research and look into things. I'm here to just give you some insight and some introductions into different topics of life, different things to think about. You have to think. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you to think, right? So stop wasting your money buying bottled water. Now, is this a tactic to get you to drink tap water, or are you buying tap water? I don't know, right? We will see. We will see what we will see. Sorry about that. That was just a phone call. I thought I had my phone on silent, but I ain't perfect. But let's get into it.
Americans drink bottled water, and 1 in 5 will only drink bottled water. And water is something we already pay for. Leading brands are basically often sold for more than the cost of gasoline. So today we're here at Tufts University organizing our 40-second tap water challenge. I thought for sure that the Dasani water was tap water. They're spending tens of millions of dollars every year to convince us that bottled water is better than tap water, when in fact it's much less regulated.
We tested over 1,000 bottles of water, over 100 brands that are sold in the United States, and we found that it is not
all the tested so many brands, and it's all the same
than your city tap water. We found some of them had arsenic in them at high levels, some of them had organic chemicals in them, a variety of bacteria.
Sorry about that.
So there were problems with about a third of the brands that we sampled. Some of the water we saw that had pictures of mountains on it, it was city tap water. Glacier water.
City tap water.
In Florida. Some of them said that they were pure mountain. I mean, the list is very long. We found a case in Massachusetts where a guy had sunk a well in an industrial parking lot that was near a Superfund site. He was pumping water out of this well and selling it under multiple different brands. So people buying this stuff had no idea where it was coming from.
You see, that's the thing. That's a TikTok, by the way. The last one had a TikTok. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe, and follow to those TikToks and all that good stuff. They have great content. I like to give people credit where it's due, as always. But like I'm saying, like you just seeing that, right? I don't know how long ago that was, but does it really matter? Are you just buying tap water? I don't know. And is your tap water coming through pipes that are like centuries years old? Do they clean those pipes? Have you ever seen anybody cleaning the water pipes? I don't think I have, but maybe they do. They're probably going to say, oh, they put some kinds of substances in there to clean. Okay, so now they're toxifying your water with cleaning chemicals to clean the pipes. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just something for y'all to think about, man. That's just something for y'all to think about. I'm not really sure what the heck is going on, but I don't really want to put it in my body. But that's me. I'm thinking on a different level or a different spectrum than some of y'all. Everybody thinks on their own perspective, and we're entitled to that. We're entitled to think the way we want to think, but make sure you're thinking is the key. Make sure you're thinking. Now, this guy, he's been on TikTok a lot, and I love his stuff. He's really in tune with Dr. Sebi's diet, and he's trying to basically disprove and approve all Dr. Sebi's stuff. Because some people take Dr. Sebi's stuff and then they go out there and they manipulate it and change it. And he's basically deep diving into the research and basically, I would say, trying to help complete the research. I guess that's kind of an interesting way. But you can look into him. He talks about his own, what he's doing, why he's doing it. And I love what he has to say. He has very great information. He comes out with great diagrams, all types of awesome stuff, right? So let's hear him out.
What the food industry won't tell you about the food that you eat. Do you ever think about how much food goes to waste?
Facts.
And if all of that food is going to waste on a day-to-day basis, for whatever the cause may be, do we really need to eat 6 times a day, 3 times a day? Just think about it. We buy more food in North America than we can actually eat.
Yeah,
They
horrible.
say that households waste about 44% of food. Restaurants waste about 33% of food.
That's 70%.
Grocery stores waste about 11% of food. It just paints a very interesting picture, to be honest with you. Because what it's telling me is that we are buying more food than we should be eating.
Yes.
And we are producing more food than we should be eating. And yet there's still world hunger. With all that food that's being wasted, we still have a problem with world hunger. And I think we have the wrong information in terms of how people should be facilitating their diets.
Yep.
The fact of the matter is that, first off, we don't need meat to get our protein. We don't need meat for our iron, a lot of which can come from plants and minerals, herbs, fruits, vegetables. We can get all of our vitamins and all that stuff from there. When you look at them bodybuilders, do you need all that weight mass? Like, I'm asking for a friend. Like, do you really need to bulk up?
I did it already before. It didn't do anything for me.
Like, what are you building? Like, what are you doing with those muscles? Like, are you, moving shit around? Like, most things are being done by machines. Like, why do dudes need to be eating so much food, walking around, swole for nothing? And it just supports the idea of eating a plant-based diet. Additionally, it supports the idea that we should be growing our own food.
Definitely agree there.
It supports the idea that, we don't need a lot of food to be able to nourish ourselves.
No.
Additionally, we don't need to have all these animals in imprisonment camps for your food. They don't need to be treated like shit. The only thing that I can see that is a benefit to food waste would be biofuel. Turn all that food into electricity. Could be cool. I want to hear your comments in the comment section. Am I out to lunch or what?
Is he out to lunch or what? I do love his mindset. I do love the way he's thinking. That's why I really am a really big advocate of fasting, and reason why I think we really need to fast and really need to understand fasting. We don't need all this food, but it's a money thing, right? They produce this food, you buy it, they make money, you throw it in the trash. It's a cycle of making money for free, right? Like they're using these seeds, they're growing it. It's a great cycle. It's a great plan to make money. But it's not good for the animals. It's not good for the earth. It's not good for people at all. But I'm going to leave it there. We'll definitely pick up on this. We got a lot more coming. You already know I ain't going nowhere. About Life is here to stay. We're here to stay through all the suffering, pain, and misery, to make happiness, peace, and love, and tranquility, and harmony, and money and wealth the right way. Right? I love y'all. I do. Let's do this. Let's change the world. Y'all are great. It's Health Day. It's about life. Black Duplicate. We out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the video. Subscribe. I need your help. Yes, we out.